All right, what's going on, guys? I told you I would have a Wednesday video for you as kind of an update from over the weekend, being it's really the first time I cruising the car around and things like that sort, and anything that's kind of come up. I do have a few dates I do want to share. I'm actually missing one date and one thing I did want to talk about on my list, but it's okay. I kind of know the roundabout date. So I guess the first thing I'll start with is I left off Thursday. No, I left off Wednesday. Yes, I left off Wednesday. So Thursday came around, washed the car. Emily and I got in it, went to go get groceries and a few things for the weekend. And the car started to run pretty rough. The idle was, it was really idling really poorly. When you got on it, it was fine, but it was idling terribly. So I went and ignored it, and I just raised the idle up. And it went away. It was fine. However, after we got groceries, we got dinner, we were going to go cruise to the hotel because the Holiday Inn, every night of the Nationals, starting Thursday, does a little car show, and you know, there's idiots doing burnouts on the street and dumb street bike stuff, and surprisingly, no one gets hurt. It's enjoyable to watch, and you get to see the different cars that aren't allowed in the Nationals because of years, or the people that just don't give a crap about the Nationals, just want to do burnouts and stuff like that. You get to see those people. So that starts Thursday night. However, we don't make it. We're driving around after dinner. We are going to my friend's house, Justin, who has a LS swapped Malibu wagon, naturally aspirated, but he's also put together a LS swap, turbo LS swap Malibu that's really sweet, and I can't wait till he fires that up, and I'm sure I'll do my best to show that on here because it's a really sweet car. It is the type of car I like, all rough on the outside, but it's really nice on the inside. And the work is nicely done. So we get to his house, and I'm trying to fix the idling issue, and I can't do that. So I say, you know what? It's not worth driving. This thing is running terribly now. It's banging and popping, and it's terrible. It's backfiring through the exhaust. It actually backfired through the turbo a few times. It was terrible. I get to my dad's shop. He's working late because he's just swamped with work, so he helps me tear into it. We changed plugs, we were playing with timing, we did a leak down test, and everything was fine. Well, the plugs weren't fine because obviously it was running super rich if it was backfiring like that. The plugs were black, and it was super rich, and so we put new plugs in, didn't change a thing. Actually, it followed out the new plugs like in seconds, pretty much. So, bought new distributor parts, kind of put the front of the, put the distributor back together with new parts inside, didn't change anything. Went wire chasing Thursday, so yeah, we're still Thursday night, went wire chasing, and I found that the mass airflow sensor, which is supposed to be grounded into the computer, wasn't grounded at all. So I took that wire and I grounded it. And I thought that'd be it because obviously it's running like it doesn't have a mass airflow sensor. So there's an issue. Not having a ground would make that mass airflow sensor not work. So I grounded it into the computer, into the right port, because I pulled up the diagram on the computer and with my phone, and I found out where that ground's supposed to go, and I put it back there, I repinned it, and nothing happened. Nothing changed at all. So now we're all lost. It's 2:30 in the morning, Friday morning now, and we're like, well, we can't really even get parts, so let's just call it. Go back there 7 in the morning, so now we're at Friday morning. Still changing things. Can't figure it out, and I go wire chasing again. I start tearing into the harnesses. I'm taking all of my wiring stuff apart, all the nice stuff Joey did to make it look nice under the hood. Took it all apart and found a computer ground that wasn't grounded, so I grounded that. Nothing changed. Took the mass airflow sensor harness apart, and that's where I found my issue. The ground wire that I hooked to the computer actually had a connection further up, and that connection came undone. So the mass airflow sensor was never grounded, which makes me believe that it never worked in the first place, and that's why I've kind of always had a trouble with it running. And we just fought that issue with timing and me adjusting the idle screw, and I think that's how we got past the mass airflow sensor up until this point. So I reattach the connection for the ground, start it up, it runs perfectly fine. So that was our issue. I really wish, Thursday I started at the mass airflow sensor because that's how it was running. It was running like it didn't have one, and went through the wiring harness for that thing in the beginning, and I would have found my issue legitimately within 15 minutes and been back on the road. Sadly, that didn't happen, but I now am better off knowing that. So now that's fixed. The thing runs better than it's ever ran, and I'm happy with it. So I missed Friday, whatever. Went to the hotel Friday night, had a really good time. Went to the Nationals Saturday, Sunday, never had an issue with anything. So that leads me to believe that mass airflow sensor was probably never grounded from the beginning because that connection broke. It was just like a little heat shrink connection, and one of the wires must have been pulled through, and it was no longer connected, and it was never grounded. So with the mass airflow sensor being fixed, it runs great now. Real happy with it. Can't complain. So that kind of ends this weekend. Had some issues, stayed up really late, spent a bunch of money on stupid parts I didn't need, and still had fun with my friends Saturday, Sunday at the National, so I don't care. Now, I do want to go through a few dates that I would like to just kind of push, so if you are around the area and you didn't know about these dates, now you do and now you will. So the first thing coming up is I really like to support my friends from Rowdy Racing. They are great for the car community, whether they put on great track events. I've never been, but from what I've understand, they put on really, really good street events, and they even do really cool car show things now. So the first thing I want to promote for them and really push is 9/11. They are doing a no prep at Estes Safety Park. I believe it's a backwards track kind of thing. I'm surprised it's not full by now. So if it's not full in, the upcoming weeks, I might throw myself in there just as a filler, just to get them their whole 32 cars, because I would love for them to have a full event coming out for their first no prep. I think it'd be really sweet. So 9/11, they have a no prep. Go, check it out. If you have a car that you think may be worth a shit, throw it in there. I don't think the entrance fee is that much. They're trying to get a 32 car field. I think it'd be sweet to have a 32 car field. If it's not full in the next few weeks, I'll probably throw myself in there. September 19th, I am going to be doing trophies again for their second dyno day, the Rowdy Racing Dyno Day. I'm going to be doing the trophies again. I'm also being a sponsor there as well, and I would be really grateful if some of you came out and made this second dyno day a pretty big event. So that's September 19th. The next really cool update thing I got is I'm going to PRI. Emily and I are going to PRI along with my mom and dad. That is, I believe, the first weekend, I believe that is the weekend before Christmas. So we're going to PRI. I'll film a little bit there. That'll be really cool to see some of the things, some of the brand new things. And I'm really excited. I've never been. I heard it's a good time. Dad went 2 years ago because they didn't have it last year. So he went 2 years ago, and he said it was awesome and truly unbelievable. So with that being out of the way, those are just the events. That's kind of the update. I do want to finish off real quick with, I am in the process of getting my first official logo design done. I reached out to someone, a few people, and I have something in the works. So in the next few days, I will be getting a rendering for my first logo, which I'm excited about. EC Motorsports is going to be coming a little bit more official. And I would really like to, with that logo, I'm doing a banner because the Rowdy Racing Dyno Days, they said, hey, if you're one of the sponsors, you can bring a banner and hang it up. So obviously I'll get a banner and I'll hang it up and maybe reach a few more people about the channel and some of the work I do. Number 2 is I'll be getting stickers, and if you want a sticker, hit me up. I'll send it to you, or I'll find you and I'll give it to you. And I just really appreciate that. Along with that is I'll probably do a small run of shirts. So if you are interested in a shirt whenever I get the logo, let me know and we'll work something out. I'd love to give them away for free. I don't know if that's in my budget, but we'll work on it. And that's really about all I got. So thank you guys for tuning in. And this has been a Wednesday update, and I'll see you guys Monday.